Hi, Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. Today we've come along to Kirkcaldy because I need a couple of pieces of pottery. I have an art project in mind that incorporates the clock face that we found a couple of weeks ago in the bottle dump and some beach pottery. Now, let's see if we can find those missing pieces. So we just need a couple of pieces for that wee art project. Now I found one piece. It might not find its way into the art project, but it's just too pretty not to show you. It's an amazing bottleneck, and look, it's really turquoisey. Just gonna pick that up. You see how dark that is? That is really amazing. So you hold it against the light, if you can see the amazing colour. It'll probably be washed out, so well, that's our first find of the day. I think I'm definitely going to just have to take that, and we'll have a look if we can find those other pieces.
So we're going to start here in the scree, and already anyone who's used to being here in Kirkcaldy will recognise these wee kiln stilts. We find them everywhere here. Now we're not looking for these, and I think we're just going to leave that one, but what we are looking for, we can already see there's a couple of wee pieces here. Now, is that the kind of thing that you might find a use for in that project?
Yeah, so what I've got in mind are a couple of Beachcombers shelves. So I'm looking for small pieces to fill jars with, and I'm also looking for pieces that look sort of like this, so they can be books on a shelf. So we're going to take these two pieces.
There's a couple of pieces of clear pottery around here as well. There's this piece. Now there's a really nice wee bottleneck. Look at that. It's just a wee bit of bottleneck, and it's kind of like a baby blue seafoam colour. I think we should take that anyway. Oh, we got another wee dig pal. Hi, wee dig pal. So we're going to grab that. Now, just back from where you were, there was an interesting piece of glass. Can you see it? Can you see the piece that I'm talking about?
No.
It's right there.
Ah, the one, yeah, that looks, is it a bottleneck as well?
I reckon it is.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's probably been a milk bottle, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe. Probably, maybe a milk bottle, possibly. If, I don't know, it could be.
Possibly.
Let's have it anyway.
Okay.
We'll take that.
I'm also going to take this little tiny piece because that's going to go into the pretend jars of sea glass. So that's one.
So as we go, Nicole is painting a mental picture of the art project that she's going to do. I'm not quite sure how it's going to shape up myself yet, but we'll see a wee bit later on. Now that again, just a blank piece, but right over there there's a quite interesting piece. It's one of these pieces of, I reckon that was a spout, part of a spout. That's the internal part of a spout, I reckon, of a teapot, because we recognise that kind of woody pattern.
Yeah, I think that was called maybe Rockingham pattern, but yeah, it was quite popular obviously at the time, and it looked like wood.
We're back in the days where everything should be clad in wood, even cars. American viewers will know what I'm talking about, a car that's wrapped or clad in wood. Nicole's pointing to something there, but before she gets there, I just want to have a look at this. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, I think that might be part of an insulator.
It certainly looks that way, doesn't it?
The boring insulators that we find here in Scotland, not like the amazing glass ones you find in the States and in Australia.
Now we keep saying that, but a wee while ago, the other week, I think we'd made the similar kind of complaint about our dull insulators, and somebody had said, oh, we get dull insulators as well. It's like, yeah, but you do also get really nice colourful ones. and we didn't, as far as I know. Maybe we do, maybe we just didn't see them ourselves. That's quite a cool piece. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that is actually quite nice. I think we might take that. Maybe that can be incorporated. I'm not sure yet, but it's always better to pick up more pieces than you need for an art project.
Well, maybe it can, maybe it can't. Who knows? Who knows, folks? Nobody knows. Now we're going to go back to where Nicole was pointing if we can. Yeah, now it's that little straight piece, is it?
Yeah, it is, because I want to have a couple of kind of books on the shelf, so they obviously need to be sort of rectangular. And I think that little piece...
cast that in shade there, folks. So I'll put it back in the light for you. Maybe it's easier to see in the shade, I don't know. So you reckon that's like a book binding?
Yeah, yeah. So like, you know, like the what do you call that? The
binding.
Is it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The face of the book, the side there.
I'm going to say again, this is a
The
binding.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Let's have that
Yes.
then. There's another wee bit of what looks like a teapot, I think.
Ah, yeah.
Not sure if we
okay.
want to take that.
No, we're not taking that, but there's another small piece of green here, and I'm going to take that.
So we're looking for many pieces of glass. Is that too big? Is that too maxi? Mini maxi?
No, I think that's probably on the largest side, so we'll take these two.
Let's have that then. We've managed so far to cover about a 20 centimetre square area of this otherwise vast beach. As you can see, it's huge. The tide is out. There's a few folk here today walking dogs and doing the usual things that folks do at Scottish beaches, which is unlike anything that anybody does at a warm beach. And well, you know, plenty space for everyone and plenty finds for everyone. A wee bit of glass, not really for today, but really nicely frosted. It's a lovely wee bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's another bottleneck. You know, that could be a sail of a ship if we ever make a little ship.
Could be future projects here, folks. So anyway, there's a tiny wee bit of glass. You should grab that up for your little
for my
miniature bottles. There's another wee bit there, another wee bit of green. I don't have to try and diversify the colours. But right above that, can you see what I see?
Oh, there's a lovely piece of spongeware. And I think that's probably from the, is it the Glasgow rose pattern? And it's got like little tiny bunches of flowers on it. That looks like it wants to be an earring, doesn't it?
It's perfect shape for an earring, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you could say that's the Glasgow rose pattern. It's just there's hardly anything on that at all. Anyway, let's have that. No. What else can we see? That's too big, unless we want to start doing Arthurian legends and try and do a bit of a round table. That's maybe not the piece for us.
Oh, you have so many good ideas.
Here our wee crow pals are out and force the day.
We didn't bring any food, didn't we?
No. We've got seafoam glass. Now, no, we're looking for pottery, so of course I'm zoning in on the glass because it's not what we're looking for. Oh, actually, tell you what, fortuitousness. Can you see that? It's just a tiny wee bit of red glaze on that stuff.
Yeah, it is. I've just found this bit. Look, it's a tiny pink piece of pottery. How lovely is that? I think I'm going to have to take that. This tiny piece here.
Okie dokes. I can hear a dug. You hear the dug? It's a happy or sad dug, I'm not sure. They bark in both for both reasons. Now, it's getting a wee bit sparse here actually.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of stuff, but it's as I say again, sparse.
Well, I think
there's a nice wee nugget of glass there.
Yeah, I think when you come out with a shopping list in mind, then you just zone in on particular pieces. That is rather lovely. I think I'm going to have to take that.
Got to take that.
Yeah.
Really nice wee bit.
Jube.
No. Jubes aside. Can we make it further up the beach? Lots of glass here, but it's quite shiny. Not the kind of thing that we're looking for today. Lots of clear pottery, I think. You know, I mean, just even in this area alone. Let's just grab a couple of bits. I'll throw it together. So that's just within.
Here, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just within a very short space of.
Yeah.
It's within a very small area. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and we showed a few weeks ago that you can make really lovely little bounties on sitting on bunting with just plain pieces of pottery.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take any of that. Do you reckon?
Let's see. I'm going to take this piece here. This is perfect.
Okie dokes. Let's get that, and we shall move along up the beach a bit. More glass there. That looks like it's almost lavendering or grey, I'm not sure, but it's beautifully frosted as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. And you know, I can never resist a nice piece of sea glass.
Okie dokes. So, right, at some point I'm going to have to get myself down to that water, but it's quite a way away yet. And I'm not sure when it's due in. Now that's a big bit of pottery. Glazed. Gonna say it's been part of a teapot, I reckon.
Yeah, the base probably.
Do you think?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it might be the base.
It does. It looks like it could be a bottle. would be.
It has,
Do you
quality.
want to grab that bottom?
No, I'll grab this bit.
You can leave
Yeah.
that. Okay, fair enough. Now we've got a lot more of this clear pottery here as well, but I think we'll just leave that. That one had a weird sort of looking. Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that?
Red?
What is it? Oh no, it's a wee bit of shell.
Ah.
Just a wee bit of shell. There's a wee bit of brown glass. It might be the thing just to sort of like shift up the colour spectrum of your
Just perfect.
your thingy, a bit bobbery.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a look at some of this
Well,
a wee bit later.
do see more than two. So.
Teal bit of glass there.
That is also
Kind of grey
really
piece, another bit there. Now, see much else in here?
I'm not sure. There's a lot here. I mean, we are really blessed for lots of pottery here. There's not much that is patterned, so maybe we'll just move a little bit further along.
Yeah, I think what we should do at this point is we should maybe stop here and we'll take a wee stroll a little further up the beach, because right in front of us just now I'm really just seeing a lot of shells, little bits of pottery, lots of kiln stills. Now that might be a piece that's worth taking, but I think it'll be the last piece we take before we turn the camera off. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I hope you can see the design on that.
It's a very subtle blue pattern. It's a very subtle blue pattern, and it has I think it has leaves on it. Can you just see it on the side there? So yeah, we're definitely going to take that.
Gotta take that. Okay. So we've decided to come up here. It's where the crows hang out, and it's also where the burn is. Now it's a popular spot, as you may well hear, during our brief spell here. I think we're only going to spend maybe half an hour or so in this area. It's always been quite a giving area, I think.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best areas, right by the burn. So if you do ever come here, this is probably where you want to look. I think this is where we found most of our marbles and our best pottery finds. You can just kind of sift through these the coal waste here, and you usually find lots of things. It is something that you need some patience for, though.
Yeah, indeed. A wee bit of pottery there. I mean, I think you're right, actually. I mean, patience may be the order of the day here, given that there is so much here. There's a lot of seaweed here as well, a lot of shells, and as Nicole said, a lot of coal waste.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's going to explode if you put it in a fire. Some of this coal is perfect for collecting, and there's coal there, but you need to know what you can actually set on fire, because some of it, as a chap once told Nicole, will blow up if we put it in the fire.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but as you can see, I mean, like back in the day, people used to come here and they used to collect the coal and they'd use that for the fires. And we even got a message from someone who watched our videos who remembers, you know, a bit further down the coast from here, collecting this coal as it fell off the side of the trains that were delivering it. And they would collect that and they'd go back and they'd cook their breakfast with the coals that they'd collected from the old trains. Very cool. It's a really important part of the history of this part of the coast, but it's not what we're looking for today. In fact, I don't think we've ever looked for coal as such.
No,
We
no.
found the odd bit. Now,
What's here?
there's a lot of clear pottery here, but I don't know.
I'm going to take that shell. That should find its way onto one of the shelves. It's a pelican foot shell, and I think that would just be perfect. Imagine if you've got a shell like a driftwood shelf, and you've got some jars filled with sea glass, and like a big shell next to that.
Let's have that then.
And a clock, obviously, because it's
Now-
beach time.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. We've got to get that clock in, because you know that's what inspired this. Just it's time to go to the beach. Now this is interesting. So I've kind of interrupted myself as I often do. Is that mank or is that a pattern?
I'm going to say that's mank, but I've found another one, and if it wasn't, then we would have found 3 pieces of the same pattern.
A single plate shattered and yet not separated by time
Yeah.
and tides.
Well, you know, the pottery and the sea glass, once it's dumped in a particular area, it doesn't actually move at all. It stays in that same area, so it's not like the pottery that we find here was made here in Kirkcaldy. Ah, that's lovely. Look at that.
Nice wee bit there.
Yeah, I found this bit. This is not as nice.
That.
It's got most of the glaze is actually chipped on my piece, but yours is rather lovely. I think we're going to take that.
Take them both.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh,
Now,
look.
what?
There's a
My
wee...
big muckle foot
Yeah,
is
yeah.
about to go down on
Yeah,
top
let's
of
take
something.
that. No, let's take this piece. Look, it's like a little wishing stone,
Yeah.
but it's heart-shaped.
That's quite cool actually.
Yeah,
I think you
so-
can see there's almost a line there. I don't think it truly qualifies as a wishing stone.
Oh.
But it's definitely heart shaped, and it has the sense of a wishing stone. So
Yeah.
it's 2 times a good thing, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's the epitome of beachcombing.
Now we can stop talking nonsense and maybe start. You know what? We're not actually finding an awful lot of what we came out to look for. We are finding a lot of shells, finding some bits of pottery, but in the main here we're finding an awful lot of clear pottery, not an awful lot of patterned pottery. And it would be nice, you know, for the sake of this art project, that we had some nice patterns, right?
Yeah, well, there's a brown piece here, and we should maybe take, you know, technically you have to flip over every single piece of pottery just to make sure you've not missed one.
I'm not going to quote Tom Waits here when I describe this particular shade of brown. I will say it involves monkeys, and I'll leave it at that. If anybody's a Tom Waits fan, they'll probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, very nice. Now, that's definitely not at all related to monkeys.
No.
In any respect or form. It's a really beautiful piece of spongement.
It is a
Let's
rather
have
beautiful
that
piece,
then.
and yeah, I only found that because I was flipping things over. So, while Craig's communing with the crows, I'm just walking down to the edge of the burn, because that's where I usually find some marvels and some really cool treasures. Hoping that the sea will remember that my birthday is coming, so that is going to give me a little gift. Who knows? I'm not fussy, just a wee marble or something like that will do. Now this is probably some sort of car thing, some car plasticky thing. Right, let's go. Oh, technically it would be good to be over there, But today I did not bring my wellies. So let's just have a quick look around here, see what we can see. There are quite a few people here today, and some are looking for glass, and some are just enjoying the sunshine. And I was very almost shocked the other day when it was 8 degrees. I was wearing my warm down feather coat, and there were Scottish kits, and they had their swimmies on, and they were swimming in the sea and playing in the sand. Meanwhile, I was freezing. Craig reminded me, remember, this is almost like summer, and if it's 8 degrees in Scotland but sunny, it does not matter. You go to the beach. I couldn't do that though. So I've got 2 pieces that look like books, and I'm going to probably decorate these a little bit. And I've used some acrylic markers the last time when I painted the little jars with the thistle and the stopper, and the acrylic markers you can pretty much paint on anything, and it doesn't come off. It's really amazing. Now let's see, there's a piece here. This actually has a little bit of pattern on it. Now I can't really think what it could become on my little project, my beach time project, but I'm just going to take it. Tiny piece of urchin there. It's maybe a little bit too small. What do you think? I think that might be a little bit too small. I might leave that here. That'll become sand over time. Okay, what else might be here? Oh, I think I can see a piece of patterned pottery. This piece here. Look. Aha! Now, as much as I want to just make an art project, I am also always really happy to find a piece that I can turn into a wee pendant. And I think this one might just be perfect, because purple pottery is just really rare, and this is a very nice shape. Could be a pendant, could become part of the art project. What do you think? Okay, let's see what else is here. You know, you can usually use lots of different things in these art projects. It doesn't just all have to be pottery. It can be like little shells. It can be a couple of stones if you don't really have access to sea glass. You know, I've got a bit of driftwood already that I'm going to use as a shelf. This looks like it might be pottery. Really interesting piece, isn't it? Look. That's really fascinating. I wonder if that was the pattern or if something happened to it. Might have been misfired in the kiln.
So I've kind of come down here to where Nicole was looking as well, just beside the burn here, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. We've got some wee crow pals over there. They were just for a wee wash in the burn a minute ago, and I thought I would have a wee look and see if there's anything that I could find down here as well. Now, there was just in front of me a second ago a really beautiful piece of glass. There we go. You see that really lovely piece of green sea glass, and when it's still wet there, you can see just how shiny and lovely that is. Now, on the other side of it, it's already been dried by the sun, so you can see where it's, maybe give that side a wee wet as well. You can just see the difference that makes. Just glorious colour. Now, just off to the side of that, on this side over here, there is a special wee piece and I'm not sure if you can see that there. It's just there. I'm going to pop that up there. That is beautiful. I'll shade that, and hopefully you can see that that glass is clear, but it's pink flecked. Can you see that? I hope so. Really beautiful wee piece of glass. I suspect that the light is so bright here just now that you won't see that outside the shade. So maybe we'll have to get a wee photo. Here's a really cool thing. We always mention the kind of the coal that used to be produced in this area, and you can see here, I hope you can see that just running down the stream here. There's all that coal dust. It's amazing to think, you know, that industry, it's a pretty old industry here now. I mean, I can't remember when we last would have processed coal anywhere near here, or certainly mined coal. Coal mining would have stopped in the sort of like, I guess the 70s or the 80s, I'm not sure. My knowledge of the mining industry in Scotland is minimal, but then again, you're not here to hear about the coal mining industry in Scotland. Instead, what we're looking for is cool beach finds. Now, just off to the side of the burn here, there's a fair bit of scree. Just this stuff in front of us here, but it looks in the main to be shells and coal dust.
Okay. Oh, there's a tiny piece of blue. Now, I was just thinking the other day, somebody had shared a beach find here from Kirkcaldy, and I don't usually get jealous, but that time I was really jealous because it was a tiny glass dice, like a little die, and it was just about the size of the tip of her finger, and she found it in Kirkcaldy, and I don't even think she's a beachcomber as such, but yeah, I thought, oh, that's just such an amazing find from the beach. But yeah, I was happy for her as well. But I would never want to even attempt to build something like that. Imagine that broke. Okay, now I think I'm going to take one of these as well, because when I made the picture with the plant pots, I used one of these kiln pyramids as a little hanging basket, and that was just perfect. So maybe somehow there'll be a little hanging basket on that shelf as well. Now, I wonder if I'm going to find a wee clay marble somewhere in the bone, but I might not. Look, it's always worth coming here. Tiny piece there, tiny piece right in the water. Tiny brown transferware piece. Well, we're going to take that, and then it might almost be time to go and see what Craig's been up to.
You know, I don't think we're going to find a great deal more here. We have come to the edge of the
beach area.
The burn. You can see the international symbol of party is right in front of us. You see that?
Balloon.
There's a balloon.
Maybe the clown from It is somewhere here.
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe, right? I mean, this whole area does have a kind of murderous clown vibe about it. So anyway, it is on, in other terms, it's a beautiful little burn. And I think what we'll do is we'll make our way down along the length of the burn here and just keep our eyes peeled again for interesting pieces of pottery. Do you know what? I think maybe, what do you reckon? Should we go up there and maybe just have a wee kick at that pile and see what comes out?
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, the sea has already sorted it into different piles, so you can really see that. So we can maybe just have a look through there. It's such a beautiful day, so we can almost sit here for an hour and just sort of sift through this.
Yeah, You hear the enthusiasm there from Craig.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We shall have a peek. I'm just seeing there's a chap up behind us and he's feeding the crows, and he has a dog and the dog's playing with the crows, and it reminds me of a video that we saw on GeoBeats the other day. It was a crow that had befriended a dog. It was very cool. They were very friendly. Maybe you can pop that up there alongside that blue bit. So we are finding some more interesting, slightly more diverse. Oh, wrong side. Hope that helps. So we're finding a wee bit more diverse stuff up here. So that's a good sign to begin with. Maybe you can grab that and we shall continue having a deek about here. Now there again, it's these stone kilts. Stone kilts? Kilts? A stone kilt.
Yeah.
That's stone kiln stilt.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. I tell you, I kept repeating that long enough that I'd convinced myself
that
that
could be a book.
it could be. It's got a wee theme there as well. But I'm near convincing myself that there's such a thing as a kilt to be worn when you're working.
A kilt
In a stiln. Whatever a stiln is. Now, more of these kiln stilts. There we go. Craig's managing. Just say it slow, Craig, and you'll get there.
You'll get there eventually.
Wow, what's happening today? Right,
Must be the sun.
That's quite cool. There's a wee, what Nicole would call a wee breadcrumb trail here, and it starts here with a not particularly interesting piece of just clear pottery. But as we kind of come along, there's a really interestingly shaped piece of shell. It's such beautiful colours. If we look at the shells, they really are. Just look at that. It's gorgeous colours. Now, there's also this piece, quite a chunky, unusual looking piece of pottery. Some kind of score lines on it there. That makes it quite an interesting wee piece, but I don't think it's for us. I don't think it's for the project. It's mainly just that these are quite interesting wee bits. And there's a wee row, as I say. So maybe we'll take this piece. I think that might even be coal or slate. I'm not sure, but that might be one of the bookends that Nicole's looking for. Another piece of ceramic. That's a hard ceramic, that one. It's very different from the kind of stuff that we find that was used for plates. So I'm not sure what that would have come from. It's another wee kiln stilt. It's one of Nicole's favourites, so we've got to grab that. The wee pyramid thing there. They're really cool, actually. This one looks like it's slightly damaged, or just maybe an irregular shape. I'm not entirely sure which, but they're very cool, so we shall have that. Now I found another couple of really interesting pieces of pottery. I'll have a look at them in just a second, but here, just to continue a little breadcrumb trail. Oh, that is magical. I didn't even see that it was these three pieces of glass that I came here for, but this is what I'm going to take. That piece of pottery there, can you see that? That's very cool. I don't think I'll be taking the glass. It's not really what we're here for, and it's not what Nicole needs for that project, so we'll leave that for somebody who will maybe make use of it. Definitely taking this though. Now that may be a little bit too big for the kind of thing that Nicole's got in mind to make. I'm not sure what kind of pattern that was back in the day. You can see there's blue transfer wear on there, but as I say, just not sure what it would have been. Got to take it though, for the minute at least, so that Nicole can have a wee look at it and decide whether or not she wants to take it. Now, as I say, I'd found just whilst I was wandering these wee pieces of pottery, and I thought I'll hang on to these because they're quite interesting. This piece, I reckon, must have been the bottom of maybe like an egg cup or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it's quite cool. I don't think there's anything embossed in there to speak of, but nonetheless, that I think is a really cool wee piece. That's a nice bit. I've got a wee bit of sponge wear in there as well. and then this is the bottom of a jar. Oh, and a wee crow part looking for a bit of sandwich maybe. I hope you can see there it says Suns. I'll try and shade that a bit. Hopefully you can see that. Now it might be. Oh, Nicole's just joined me.
Yeah.
I was just saying there's our wee crow pal. He's just having a wee shout there going, maybe you've got some ham for me? Maybe no, sorry, no the now pal.
Yeah, speaking
maybe
of
a wee bit
pals,
later.
Yeah, I was just approached by the other Beachcombers and they watch our channel. They had recognised you first.
We can pop that down.
Yeah.
Then.
And
Oh, that's very nice, that
then,
matches this piece, doesn't it?
yeah, and then she recognised I was wearing my red coat, and Morag is looking for a marble for her birthday because it's her birthday today. So
Well,
wish
what
them
we
all
shall
the-
say here is a very happy birthday, Morag, when it comes. And we do hope you found that marble and it made your day.
yeah,
It's a wee day out of Kirkcaldy, you meet some folk and you find out wee stories. Now I found that piece.
oh,
Now I found that as well, that's
Oh.
quite a cool piece.
we found some really lovely pieces. I found a couple of pieces in the burn as well, and I'm very happy with that little half button there that I found.
This wee
Yeah,
piece here,
yeah, that's
the wee red bit. Now what do you
Uh-huh.
reckon that is? I reckon it's maybe the base of an egg cup, what do you think?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I think that was my first thought.
Could be a bit of a door handle maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now that, can you see what it says in there? It says Suns, but
Yeah,
I can't, it's something, I think
It's-
that's an ampersand, isn't it? So
Uh-huh.
it's an and.
Yeah, it's Grey and Sons.
Oh, okay. There you go.
yeah.
Nicole knows. We should have a section. And this, and I'll just have to make a wee bit of music that just goes dun 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 dun. Nicole knows. So Nicole knows what this piece is then.
Yeah, I think we found the whole jars in the bottle dumps, and they're jam jars, and they're made by Grey and Sons in Portobello.
Very
I think we
cool.
might have kept one.
Okie dokes then. Well, let's hoover that stuff up and we'll see if we've got any time to have another wee brief look around before we head back off to the car.
Now we had a really fantastic day here in the sun in Kirkcaldy, and we found all the pieces we needed for our art project. Now remember, we still have our 50% sale on our Etsy shop, on KoFi, on our advent calendars, and on my website. And it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. And extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel on Etsy and through KoFi donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next time.